Hey everyone!
Hi there, this is Sayaka y Joscha and
Joscha Enge.
nice to
Welcome
have you here.
to yet another episode of our mini sequence in three steps.
We have prepared something that we name it full turn or full giro with a gancho. Looking forward for the gancho. It's gonna come, but just in the end. We're gonna prepare you through 3 steps to get there, and we will explain you first the details for the proposer, then details for the interpreter.
These mini sequences are for you to get inspired, for you to find out the twist in these movements and then make them your own. So, ready for it? Enjoy!
We show you once the whole sequence in total. And little gancho around, cross to finish, and we continue. It's quite dynamic, it goes around very nicely, and we will show you now how to get there.
Perfect for the summer. Step 1.
Number 1. Okay, let's see, we will prepare it in a very simple fashion. We have a side step. I'm a little bit more open than her. Then I cross, she goes to forward offshore, and I go backward, and we're in the side again. Okay? Let's look how we do that with details for the proposers. I start the side step already with turning out my free leg in arriving, because it will become my standing leg, and like this I'm already a bit more turned in this direction, because then I will send her to the front to forward offshore and I cross in the back at the same time that she steps. Then she turns, I make sure that I'm using my new base leg in order to not fall in her direction, as our distance here might increase a little bit. I go through the floor back and to the side. One more time. Side. She goes, we go together, and side. Very simple. Try to do it a few times until you feel good with it.
For the interpreter. Basically, forward ocho, just our direction, which usually we go towards this direction, we'll go more circular around our partner, and in this moment we have a little elasticity. Make sure not to pull back from your head, but let your hips ground down heavy. Feel the elasticity through the hand on your back a little bit, and use the standing leg to out. One more time. A little more round. Feel the elasticity in here. We exaggerate it. Sink through the standing leg and go. Okay?
Little thing I noticed, proposers, don't let your shoulder come forward. When the elasticity is there, you need to be able to resist it. Activate your lats to pull your shoulders down so they stay connected. Like this, you will feel that all the energy of the elasticity goes to your base leg and not result in the embrace.
Same for us.
Number 2. Step number 2 is basically the whole sequence, which is not much more, but we will show you, and it has a little saccada inside. Now we want you to understand the steps and the positions in the body that later on you can modify it to get into the gancho. Okay? I will do the side step, cross, and here. In this position, I make sure to be turned from my upper body towards her. Then I send her to the side step like before, but I enter here towards her free leg. I go around, pull my front foot in, and let her finish her ocho, and we continue. This is how the sequence goes. Now, propose the details. Technical things. Side step. Cross, cross. To get to the sacada now, I use my base, so I'm really sinking into my base leg to enter low. Then I arrive on the foot, making sure that my coccyx stays down and I have a straight back, not tilting forward. While she turns, I send my free leg around, close to her new free leg, to her front foot, but really around. Send her continuous and cross in the front. There's one moment after the sacada, here. You see how I'm going through my foot, so my pelvis needs to pass through my base leg in order to be able to turn. In this moment, I change my weight, letting her go to my right side, and now I pull in my front foot a little bit to give her space so we can finish nicely. Alright. Ocho, ocho, sacada, around, pull in, finish out. Nice. For the interpreters.
For the interpreters, we have the first part of the sequence, side step forward, ocho till here. Now, in this moment, we close the legs, use the standing leg to go into our side. This is the major point. Don't jump over the closing part of your legs. Very often happens because we go front and we fall side. We have no control of direction or our balance whatsoever if we do that. So make sure we arrive in our axis and from there we push. Yes. Push. Sacada. In this sacada, my long leg here, my right leg, has almost no weight already. My hip is passed on towards my left, my new standing leg, and I release my hip very easy, a very long down. There's no tension here, down. Close the leg, back, side, front. So, we have, in the sacada, a relaxed free hip joint, the right hip joint, and in my upper body there's this moment, this little torsion, so I receive it to go around. Yes, and I close the legs and go to the back step. This is the moment for us, sacada moment. Sacada moment closed, and now we have back, side, front. It's a turn. What we try to do is to keep it compact and low, and we try to get to our axis. So we have sacada, we turn, and here you see that my knees are slightly bent all the time. So my hips are not really going up, they're kind of sinking in and feeling heavy. This generates a very, very nice feeling.
Okay, let's look at the sacada one more time, because in this moment now, as I'm going here, Sayaka cannot close her feet directly, but she can let the foot go around a little bit. There's a slight circle which happens almost naturally when she continues to let her hip sink, as she said. Like this, it goes around and it takes you to the next step. Okay?
Step number 3.
Step number 3. Alright, step number 3 is what we did in step number 2 with the Gancho added. Let's see how we get there. And we're done! Okay.
The good news, not big changes between step 2 and 3.
Yes, the only thing is now that we need to manage to get our bodies closer around each other, and we will show you from which point on, first starting with details for the proposer. We have this, we have this, we have this. Everything stays. Now, I send her not so much to a side step, far away from me. Yeah, but I think in the next step they can see it. But I arrive on the back step and I bring her now closer to me. It's like inside to my right side. Here. Yeah? Maybe you cannot see it as well, so I'll try to do it here. No, here. This is just here. You see that we are very close in this moment. Good. But I need to show it in this moment. Before we went here to the free leg, and now I will go with the inside of my thigh, just above the knee. I will go inside to her step. So the free leg, the leg where she's coming from, on the inside, can touch my inner thigh above the knee. I need to be low, and like this, she wraps it around, and I continue to go close to her, around, and cross in front. Yes? Let's see how I develop my leg to get into this gancho. Through the base leg, I come here. Now, I want my axis to not come too fast forward, so I don't tilt it, but I make sure that it travels with my pelvis forward. And it's rotated outside to create more space. Also look at my front foot. If I would put it down, my body would tilt slightly. Even though you can almost not see it, it's a change of this to this. So we go in, and I make sure to sustain my body from the front foot. And she has space here. Now, as she goes out, I continue, go around even closer, stay low with my hips, and pull in. This we had already in the step before. Okay? So we try now to manage this little going in a different way. Around. Yes. Good.
Alright. Interpret.
What to do for you?
So, luckily there's not much to change. Remember we had Tisakada before, this moment, and then we turned, pivot back, side, forward. Now, instead of Tisakada, since Joscha's axis is so much closer, and it would almost pull me out of axis if I from here would take my leg out, I wrap it around so the foot goes up and the hip goes down. Yes? So it's not a movement like this. You see that the hip goes up? Can you see it?
Yes, visible. Don't
do this.
Disclaimer.
But here, this you should do. Well, the hip, you go into your standing leg because this is where you're supported. You have to stay on your entire axis. And from here, the foot goes up, like this.
This I feel that here there's space, so my leg actually has a purpose. She's going around and not pushing it away.
So we have Joscha's leg. I go around, and from here I try to go the earliest I can. I want to close my knees again. So the gancho is just a moment. And after that, I feel like an elastic, a magnetic field between my knees that they want to get together again. Yes? So this is where my pivot gets very stable and my axis gets very clear also for Josh to understand where I am after the gancho.
Let's see it as a process.
Yes. One more time, maybe a different angle. And can we do one more time a different angle so they can actually see the moment after the gancho where I'm
After
out?
the gancho, alright, yes. Let's see, and we start here.
Gancho here, yes. Yes, I control the entire thing from here to there. Sorry, but from here to there. The knees want to get together. That's the whole sequence after the gancho. Gancho and then knees together for the pivot.
There's a little thing that I would like to add during the gancho because I feel it very clearly in Sayaka and I have experienced that when the interpreters don't do that, it feels very heavy. Yeah? So in this moment, as she relaxes the hip down, see that the femur head in the hip joint is turned out. So in the moment that she gets the foot out as well, it's a turned out situation and then it comes together. Yes? It's not in the gancho turned in like this. It's turned out until the foot is out and then you can close them together. But this rotation is really crucial to make space for this gancho to happen.
So far, so good. Let's see it in the counting.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, 7, 8. And continue. So you have quite a dynamic moment after the gancho, which we need to get power into so it can flow. Let's see. 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5, and 6, 7, 8. Alright. Good. So, how did you do? Did you manage to get there? We want to know how it went for you. If you liked the video, please leave us a thumbs up, give us a like, and let us know how. What did you do? What tips were helpful? What did you really have to struggle with? And we can see that we can react to it and maybe cover something in the next videos. If you like it and would like to see more videos for the future, put subscribe and you will receive also from our shows when we travel again and the future sequences that we will upload.
Thank you for watching.
Thank you for being with us. See you soon.
Bye.
Bye.